Greetings and salutation, everyone. Today, I believe, is day 22. Let me apologize for right now. I'm going through another transition. Normally this transition doesn't happen. It usually happens much later. But this transition has started a little bit earlier than I anticipated. My saliva is getting a little bit of that metallic taste, and it's foaming at the same time. And I was using some techniques earlier today where I wasn't drinking water at all. I was almost doing like a dry fast. And then I also remembered that one of the things that also helps out with the saliva is drinking coffee. Coffee, it increases the ketosis process, which is good, but it could also be a slight mistake. Reason. Typically, when you brew coffee, coffee is slightly acidic. It has antioxidants, yes. So that's why most people are told to drink coffee because of the antioxidants. But coffee is also acidic. But when you make coffee with structured water, the acidity drastically goes down to either getting closer to neutral or slightly positive, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm given energy because of caffeine throughout the day, whatever. And it does control the saliva situation. But I've been noticing something. After around 6 o'clock, I've been noticing that I go to the next stage. Meaning, like, during the day, everything is peachy. And I'm able to control the saliva, I'm able to control the taste, the foam. But then when after 6 o'clock, all of a sudden my tongue starts doing something else. It just goes even deeper. And I'm like, why the heck is it going deeper? Oh. Then I go into this spitting frenzy. And mucus, a little bit of a mucus build up here and there. And I just got to spit it out. And it's all because of the detoxing phase. Ugh. It's not pleasant. Don't get me wrong, it's not pleasant. But I gotta go through the process. Have no choice but to go through the process. As uncomfortable as this is, the benefits at the end is going to outweigh what I'm going through right now. I know that Evelyn is a little bit concerned, which is fair. And what am I at right now? I'm at 211. 211? 210. I'm at 210. So that's 27 pounds. So I lost 27 pounds in 22 days. That's pretty fast. And it's not just the weight loss alone. It's getting the poisons out of the body. That's the most important part. I was having a conversation with one of the people that was commenting. And they were saying, did you do this for weight loss? No, I don't do this for weight loss. Yes, the weight loss part is like what everyone is expecting, But this is a way to get as much toxins out of the body, years of toxins out of the body, to the point where when you go back into eating, your body can handle those foods and toxins much better. And when you start going into bodybuilding, it's more effective. Everything speeds up. So that's my theory right now. Everything just speeds up because your hormones are keyed in, dialed in. Your body already knows what to do with human growth hormone. Your body already knows what to do with testosterone. Your body already knows what to do with the leptin. It already has that connection. All these connections that's going on in the body, it's known. It is. Okay, we're ready to go. And then when you start going back into eating, it's already a oiled, fine oiled machine. It already knows what to do. Where in the past, with all these different toxins, it's like rust building up on the engine, and it has to push, and probably a little bit skipping here and there, which lowers the efficiency. Oh, so even though I'm having a little bit of this acid reflux, I'm using the structured alkalized water to help balance the acidity. I almost didn't want to come to live because I didn't want to show you all this garbage, but in the same time, you guys gotta see this. You gotta see the garbage. Why? Detoxing for a few days, you do not get here. Detoxing for a long period of time, you get to these thresholds, these zones, these detoxing zones. Let me tell you a story. Why did I get into this whole health thing? There was a time in my life that when I was in college, I used to drink a lot of soda. And I was noticing that my skin was getting scaly. I mean, scaly. And I was like, okay, this is a problem. So I switched from soda to juices. And then I was drinking juice left and right. Over in college, you go to the cafeteria, all you can drink. We had a cafeteria in my dorm, and I'll just go downstairs, get whatever juice, go back to my room, drink, go back to the cafeteria, refill it, go back up, do my little gaming, drink my stuff, do my homework. I was in bliss. And then, what was it? Like, I was talking to a buddy and whatnot after college, and they were like, yo, that's a lot of sugar in that stuff. There's no fiber in it. What do you mean? This is juice. This is juice. I buy it from the store. I drink all the juice in the world. Nah, it's nothing but sugar, man. So when I looked at the ingredients, I saw no fiber. I saw nothing but high sugars. I'm like, pardon the language. So I was like, damn. Okay, well, I'll just start switching up. And then it got to a point where I was doing Kasuga Jiu-Jitsu and I was doing salsa dancing. And one day, it was so nuts. I was doing snowboarding and I broke my arm. So I drank a lot of milk. At that time I was convinced to drink 2%. So when I broke my arm, I broke my humerus. It wasn't funny. And I drank all this milk. I drink a gallon of milk every day. Crazy part is, I developed lactose intolerance. I was like, how the hell became lactose? I've never been lactose before. Oh, that was so discomforting. And I was led to believe like there is calcium in this milk to help build up my bones. Well, that was a misconception. I'm like, damn. And then when I healed up my arm, whatever. Oh, good thing though. Then I was doing salsa dancing, I was doing martial arts, Kasuga Jiu-Jitsu, and there was this one time in the class, I get into a seiza position. I just sitting on my knees. That's what seiza means. And as I was going down, all of a sudden my knee popped. It's like, I'm like, what the hell was that sound? Was that from me? I was like, okay, whatever. Then at the end of class, my legs swelled up. I was like, what the hell just happened? I tore my meniscus. I tore the meniscus in my knee. Then, with conversations here and there, I was trying to do multiple things to like help my knees. I didn't want to go to surgery because I heard that surgery they continue to tear and then you just have a section of meniscus that's just missing. And if it's too much meniscus that's missing, then they'll replace it with something else artificial. So I was like, I don't want to do that. And then my grandma died, and when I went to the funeral, I was walking around with a cane because my leg was all effed up. And my grandma's friend, who was in her 90s as well, she was telling me about castor oil. I'm like, so what is this castor oil? She said that if you apply castor oil on the inflamed area, it will promote blood flow and decrease the inflammation, which means decreasing the swelling. I was like, wow, that's an awesome tip. And she's like, that's what we used to do back in the day. I'm like, really? So I did it that day. Swelling went down. I'm like, this is freaking amazing. Then I just kept doing that multiple times. Then my sensei, after I came back from the funeral, my sensei, he went, you need to talk to Chick Weatherby. I'm like, who? Oh, that guy that comes over to the cookout, the martial arts cookout. Yeah. I'll go, okay, where is he located? He goes, go to his pharmacy or his store. He has like a natural healing store. I'm like, all right, sweet. So I went. His store was actually close to me, so that was like an extreme bonus. So I went to his place. I met up with Chick, and after a conversation, telling him about my needs and what I've been eating, what I've been doing, and so on, he goes, okay, I want you to look up alkaline versus acidic food. I was like, okay. So I went back home, looked it up, read up what it was. I started seeing a pattern. So I went back to Chick. Then Chick told me, okay, look into nightshade vegetables. So, okay. So I started looking up nightshade vegetables. Boom, I saw a pattern. Nightshades, prime example, potatoes, white potatoes. You have tomatoes, and you have eggplants. I want to give you something that I realized. What is the biggest commercialized condiments? What is the biggest fast food vegetables? You want an example? Potatoes. Like I mentioned, potatoes is a nightshade. What do you think you get at with all the fast food restaurants? Potatoes, fries, hash browns. There's a lot of potatoes. Then you look at tomatoes. There's a lot of tomatoes in fast food. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of health benefits with tomatoes and potatoes, but it's always like complemented with something. But you think about the ketchup, think about the salsas, you think about all these things that has like just tomato. And then you have eggplant, Mediterranean. But then but look at what's complementing it. Is it a meat or is it a vegetable with a lot of calcium? You think McDonald's has food with calcium? They have plenty of nightshades. Think about that. Fast food is not healthy. Exactly. So then Chick, he told me about Sally Fallon. He told me Weston Price, Dr. Weston Price. I went down the freaking rabbit hole. And then later, as I was going deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole, I came across with Dr. Robert Kassar dealing with parasites and alkaline foods, detoxification, all this stuff kept blowing my mind. Oh my God. Left and right. And it got to a point where I was extremely pissed off. But with all the things I've changed, I was able to heal my knee. I didn't have to go through surgery for my knee, my torn meniscus. One of the things I learned, there's not a lot of blood flow that go through the knees. But with the castor oil and eating a lot of green leafy foods, eating corypheus vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, and other things, that healed up my meniscus. And I was like, holy crap, this is freaking awesome. And then I just kept diving deep. And that's when I went vegetarian, then I went into vegan, and then when I met up with Evelyn, I went to vegetarian or pescatarian, vegetarian, pescatarian. And I just kept diving and diving. And then for the longest time when I was in college, my mom had diabetes. But once I was able to heal myself, then I was giving my mom some suggestions. And then I came across with, I was like deep into alkaline foods and whatnot, and detoxification and so on. And I always learned about alkaline water and whatnot. And then all of a sudden I was introduced to structured water, and then I started doing all of this research on structured water, and I was like, the freaking holy grail. Your fruits and vegetables have structured water, and this ionizer has structured water. I was like, I'm down. So I got it. And then I started using it on Evelyn, and a lot of her muscle cramps and other things, gone. I was like, hallelujah. So since I've been healing myself, and I've been helping Evelyn, I was able to help my mom. Because if you can't help yourself, what are you doing? But I was able to help myself. And then I was helping my closest family. And it was working. And then I started to extend a little bit further and further, helping people with some of their health stuff. And depending on their health stuff, I'll research it, and then I'll give them like, this is what was the cause, and this is how you can help divert towards a different path. Freaking awesome. So I just been on that path. Yes, I'm an aerospace engineer, but on the side, there's a lot of people in my office that have diabetes, cancers, gout, and all this other stuff. Fatty liver. All of them. Suffering. And they don't know, they have no way of getting out of that path. So, I give them suggestions. That's all I can do. I'm not a doctor. I will never claim I'm a doctor. I don't ever want to learn to be a doctor of the pharmaceutical medical industry. Because I feel that is not my path. Not even close. And I get a notion that when I talk to a medical doctor, I have a notion they don't understand certain concepts of the body. That's my impression. And a lot of the people I talk to, when they go to the hospital and they talk to their doctors and they're given pharmaceuticals and they still have the condition for years, is that doctor really trying to heal them? So, it's just like one of those questions you should ask your doctor. Is this going to make me better? Is this going to heal me? Is this going to allow my body to heal? Ask him. are these pills supposed to reverse my condition? There's been people with diabetes for like more than 4, 5, 7, 10 years. What's up? What's up? So that's my loved ones. I've had a few loved ones. They would die, and they will suffer, then die because of health conditions, and their doctors didn't help them. They gave them meds, but it didn't help them at all. I saw my aunt. She aged before my eyes. That was insane. She accelerated. I believe it's like she looked normal, and then she lived in New York. I saw her in the bed. She looked a particular way. Then I went back to Chicago, and then I heard something. Went back there to her house, and she looked almost like my grandma. She aged more than 30 years using meds. She aged 30 something years within 2-3 months. What was that? What was that? That scared the bejesus out of me. There are meds out there that can age you so fast. Think about that. How many of your loved ones have gone through the same process? It's freaky stuff. So why am I doing all this? Because I want to help those who have loved ones, they themselves and loved ones, that are not finding the answers and not finding a different path in health. This is what I do. You tell me your symptoms, I try to understand your symptoms, how you got there, and how you can use food to get out of it. I only give suggestions. Because a doctor will give you the description, and they keep it law, whatever, and then you follow it. Some people do, some people don't. I give suggestions for your best interest, and it's your decision to follow it or not. If it makes perfect sense, great, go for it. But if you understand it and you do nothing, I'm not going to force you to do it. The biggest saying that I've always lived by: you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. I can lead you to the water. I can't force you to drink. And my friend and I, we came up with this analogy as well. People are like bubbles floating in the air. You can't poke. To manipulate the bubble, you cannot poke it. You can't physically poke it, it'll pop. You can only blow and hope that it goes that direction. Blowing is influence. You can only influence people. But you have to have a strong breath, a strong blow to hope, but you can't be too strong. So, for me to help other people, I need to help myself. Hence, why I'm going through this 40-day water fast. I can't inspire nobody if I can't inspire myself. It always starts from within. It always starts from within. So, thank you so much for your time. I wanted to keep this like a nice little slow pace in a sense. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you saw this whole thing, thank you so very much. Hopefully you learned a little bit about who I am and why I do some of these things. Thank you so much. And life, love, family, friends. It's a beautiful, life is a beautiful thing. We gotta do our best to do the best for us and also inspire others. So thank you so much again. Thank you for the support, and stay healthy, stay alkalized, and be an alkalized human. Till then, peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps saying